Code unit number 12, which is heavily used as part of the journal posting routine, has made use of the lock table heavily with over 28 uses for different tables. So in day 24 of 30 days of AL programming, we're going to look at the lock table.
Ni Tech na Msangi ya jishinde.com.
And here it's how it has been used. Maybe when we want to get the next entry of the GL entry, before that we make sure that nobody is touching the GL entry so that we can get the last entry number and know that actually the next entry number will be the last entry number plus 1. And that consistency will be maintained only when we lock the tables, and it means it will only be released once this transaction is committed, and nobody else will be able to get hold of the GL entry to try and maybe modify or manipulate it in terms of data. So it ensures transactional consistency. Same with the customer ledger entry, detailed employee ledger entry. So all ledger entry tables, first of all, we lock them, then we execute. So what is it? What is the lock table? And starts the locking on a table to protect it from write transactions that conflict with each other. Once the locking has been started, it protects it from any kind of write transactions, and it contains parameters. I don't think we should use them because from the base application no parameters have been used, but there is a record, and then there's the lock table, which has the first parameter as wait, which specifies what to do if the table is already locked. And if this parameter is true, and if another application has already locked the table, the system will wait until the table is unlocked. And if it's false, and if another application has already locked the table, a runtime error occurs. So the wait parameter is, should we really wait? Should we really wait before we can be able to use the table, or before we can be able to lock the table? So if it's true, then we'll wait. But if it's false, then if the table is locked, then we throw a runtime error. I don't know what the default is because the default hasn't been specified, but I believe the default is false to avoid a long wait time. And then the optional, again, this is an optional parameter, you must not use it. And then the version check, so if it's true, then the version of the record will be checked. If this parameter is false or blank or not used, the version will not be checked. So the version of the record is either checked or not checked. And here there are some remarks about how the data will be applied in the database. If we have used the data access intent, that is the read scale out, we'll have an update lock on the database. And if you have not used the data access intent or the read scale out, then we'll issue an update lock. And on the other case, then we'll be able to do the repeatable read. So because all write transactions automatically lock the table that is being used, lock table would appear unnecessary. So however, you could have a transaction in which an application wants to inspect data before possibly changing it, with a guarantee that the data being changed has not been modified by other applications since the read operation. So the solution is to explicitly lock the table before the read operation. This makes sure that no other application makes changes between the read operation and the possible write operations. Okay, so the table lock is released when the transaction is committed, and the same for the record ref, we still have the lock table. In terms of usage, I have not actually used the lock table, maybe out of not needing to use it, And since any update usually does a lock table, we should always verify if we need to update. So if I'm updating a value, and always compare, is value A greater than or not equal to the value that I'm trying to update for us to try and update. Let's not just use an insert or update that is unnecessary to the database, and we issue logs which uses system resources and makes our system to be more and more slow in a way. So that's it for day 24 of 30 days of AL programming. See you in day 25.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you don't miss the next one.